Hi there, I have a quick tutorial on how I made these cute little Valentine's Day tags. They're two different, they're pretty much the same, but there's two different ways you can make them. And I just want to share with you how you can do that. This one here is a pre-made tag, and I'm going to show you what you could do and how to do it on a pre-made, and then I'm going to show you how to do it on a tag that you create using your own paper of some sort. So the first one we'll do is this one here, the pre-made tag. My pre-made tag is this one here. It came from Tuesday morning, and I believe it is 4.5. Yep, 4.5 by 2.5, and it came just like this. So what I'm gonna do is use the pattern paper, and then I used my 1 7/8 inch heart punch to make the hearts. I have 3 different ones here, layered up and then sewn on with my sewing machine. So I'm going to show you real quick on how I did that. First of all, I'm going to change the color of my thread because I want to make this one pink, and it's going to be gold, pink and gold. So let me change my thread real quick. They're really simple and fun and cute, and to attach to your pocket letters, or you can just put your name and stuff on the back of them and use them, as Valentine's Day gifts or on your gifts. So I just thought they were really cute, Valentine tags. I made them and put them on a couple different pocket letters that I did, and I thought I would share them with you guys on how to create them for yourself. So I'm going to use some gold ink, stamping ink, to distress the pattern paper that I'm going to use. The pattern paper just came from Hobby Lobby. And it's just black and white hearts, and I pre-cut my paper here. It's 3.5 by 2.5. So it's pre-cut and ready to go, and it fits right on my pre-made tag. And then I already punched out the hearts that I want to use for this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to distress it with my ink, and I'm just using gold here. I'm just going to distress it real quick on the sides here. Like so. And then I'm going to attach it with just a little bit of my Fabri-Tac, and I'm only going to attach it by the corners because I don't want to get any glue on my sewing machine. So I'm just going to put a little dab in each corner, just to hold it in place, because I'm going to have to hold my hearts, and I don't want to have to worry about this piece moving and stuff. So you just place it where you want it, and then you have your hearts. You can use as many hearts that you want. You could use 4 or 5 different hearts. I'm just going to use 3, and I'm just going to set them on there like this. I have a vellum heart and then 2 that are cut out of pattern paper, and I'm going to lay them on there like so, where I want them, And then I'm just going to sew down the center of the pocket letter and right down the center of the hearts. So I have to make sure that I, get the hearts where I want them, spaced somewhat evenly. You don't want to have them too far apart. So I'm going to sew down the middle. Set my other hearts on there where I want them and finish sewing down. And then you have a pre-made tag with a little bit of dimension to it because you can bend the hearts up a little, so it gives it a little bit of dimension. Now you can add some rhinestones to this. You can do enamel dots. You can add a little heart up here, but that's pretty much. You could even add a word sticker to this, whatever you want, and then you can write on the back. So there's the pre-made tag version. Now I'm going to show you how you can do it with the pattern paper and maybe hide your stitch. If you don't want your stitch to show through on the reverse side, how you can kind of hide that and make it look a little more professional. If you want to go that route, or you can leave it like this to make it look, handmade or whatever. So there's two different ways you can do it with the pattern paper. So first of all, you have to pick what you want to do, what you want to use pattern paper wise. I'm going to do the same colors and everything, the same pattern papers. So I have already cut out a piece of pattern paper, which is 5 and 4.5. So 5 inches by 4.5 inches. And I'm just going to fold it in half. Like so. And try and get it, to line up from edge to edge on your paper. As much as you can. I'm off a little bit. Or, you could score this on your scoreboard if you wanted to, and I could do that, but thought it'd be a little bit easier to fold it. And then for the red paper, it is just red cardstock, and it is going to be 2 1/4 inch by 2 7/8 of an inch. So I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to distress this black, and then I'm going to just attach it by the 4 corners. So I'm going to distress this real quick. And then while this is drying, I'm going to change out my thread because I want to use red for this one. You could use black. You could even use white thread on this one here. But I'm going to use red, so I'm going to distress this a little bit. And then I'm going to change my thread out to red. Real quick while that dries, because that ink doesn't dry real fast and sometimes it gets all over my fingers and stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and change this out while that dries. And then I've already pre-cut my hearts that I'm going to use. This one here, I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use 5 hearts for this one here. I'm going to use the white vellum. I'm going to use some red and black paper. I'm going to use red vellum and black cardstock then to make my hearts on this one here. So if you didn't care if your thread showed on the back side of your tag, you can glue the tags together, or when you fold it, you can glue them together. If you wanted the stitch to show on the reverse side, which I will show you that here. If you wanted the stitch to show, you could just fold your paper in half and glue it together. So the tag is like this, already glued together when you put it in your sewing machine. If you don't want the stitch to show, don't worry about this just yet. What we're going to do is we're going to now glue this where we want it to sit on our pocket, or I'm sorry, on our tag. So we're just gonna glue the corners, and that just a little bit, so you know you don't get glue on your sewing machine. So then you're gonna place this more towards the bottom, leaving some room up here on the top, and you're gonna center that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to decide on how you want your hearts to be. I'm going to use the vellum, the black and red pattern paper. We'll use the red and then the black and then the white. So that's how I'm going to put them on there. And I don't want my stitch to show on this one, so I'm going to leave it open like this while I sew my hearts on the paper like this. So I'm going to sew it on there. You could even do a zigzag stitch on here if you wanted. I'm missing a heart, so we'll use one of these. If you wanted to do a different stitch down the center, you could do a zigzag stitch if you wanted. I'm just doing a straight stitch for these. Okay, so then you're going to finish sewing down the pocket letter. Or I'm sorry, not the pocket letter, the tag. I don't know what I'm thinking. So then I'm going to cut my strings here just to trim them up. And then I'm going to just glue this piece down with, I'm just going to use my Fabri-Tac glue, same thing I used earlier. Guess I didn't tell you exactly what I'm using, but you can use, you know, whatever glue you want. Double-sided tape, whatever glue you prefer to use. I'm just making sure that I do my corners and the edges so that it won't come up. And then you just fold it and push it together. And then you can take your bone folder and just, smash it together. Try not to ooze out the glue too much. Okay, so it didn't quite come together, my paper there, so I'm going to trim that a little bit off just so it's, you can't tell that the paper didn't come together. Just going to trim my edges here. Like so. So there you have that. You can fold these up. But there you can't see your stitch on the back side. So whichever one you preferred on those. I kind of like the one that doesn't show the stitch, but this one makes it look a little more handmade. So whatever you want. And then you needed to make it look like a tag at the top. So then you're going to want to cut your corner, and you just pick, your angle. And then you take this little piece and you flip it over to the other side, and you match the corners up in the, in the sides, the side and the top here. And you're going to then carefully, without moving it, cut the other side to match. So then you have a tag that looks like that. Another way to do these edges is take a pre-cut tag and just match them, the corners to corner, and then obviously just snip off the extra paper that sticks out on the edge if you didn't want to do it that way. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch a hole to make it a tag here. And I'm just going to use my regular hole punch, and I'm going to kind of eyeball the center. About right there is where I'm going to punch it. I gave it a little bit of room up here so that I could tie my string on to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress the edges to this one black, because I like that look on the tag. I'm just going to distress it a little bit, and I'm going to distress the front and the back side of the tag. And then if you wanted to do a whole reinforcement, they usually come in white. What I did is I took my ink and I made them black. And I'm going to they come white, and I just took my ink and made them black, and I'm going to use those for the whole reinforcement. Now, these were already on there. I did not put those on there. Those tags came that way. So, but then if you do it this way, you can make them any color you wanted to match whatever project you were working on. So that's always nice. So there you have it. That ink wasn't dry a whole lot on those. I don't want to mess with those too much. And then I'm just going to take some twine. You could use eyelash trim or any other kind of ribbon that you wanted to use to put in your hole there. I'm just going to use black and white twine because it's what I have right here on my table. I think on the other ones I used eyelash trim. But for this one, we'll just use the twine. So there you have 2 different ways that you can make these cute little Valentine's Day tags, or if you want to say 3 different ways, where you can hide the stitch, or you can show the stitch, or you can use a pre-made tag. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.